Informative, educative, and analytical. Getting to the real issues that affect an ordinary individual in areas of leadership, governance, social, and economy. The truth, the lies, and politics.
Good evening and welcome to The Truth, Lies, and Politics here on Spirit TV. My name is Paul Ekurot Eki, and this is a show where perspectives, collide, ideas, ideas collide, perspectives are challenged, and, thoughts are exchanged across the table. Well, I do invite you to the place where we do get to engage in conversations that affect you and I, and also are able to make a difference or a change in the decisions that you make. And so you can follow us on our socials. That is on X, Facebook, and YouTube. That is at Spirit TV UG. Please feel free to leave a comment there, and also a question. We'll be glad to hear from you. Now, today we have a three-man panel, and I'm glad to be introducing them in a short while. But just before that, I would like to leave this with you. Last week's NRM primaries came with cheers, tears, and controversy. As the dust settles, the big questions remain. Were these polls free and fair, or just another scripted drama full of irregularities? What really happened behind the scenes, and what next for the big names who didn't make the cut? But here's the kicker. If this is how the ruling party runs its internal elections, what does this say about 2026? Could this be a sneak preview of what the general election will look like? Join us tonight as we unpack the wounds and what this could mean for Uganda's democratic future, only on The Truth, Lies, and Politics on Spirit TV. Stay informed, stay engaged. Would like to welcome you back to the show, and we are going to be having our conversation, and the conversation is around what happened last Thursday all over the country, where we had the NRM party primaries and the results thereof that took place. But I'm going to be introducing my guests. I will start from my extreme left, and that is Mr. Charles Romushana, who is a former spy but also a political analyst on the show. Good evening, sir, and welcome to the show today.
The Almighty God of all creation is great, and above all exceedingly merciful. The message I have for you today is some brilliant young man. He came to Jesus Christ and addressed Jesus Christ thus: Teacher, what can I do? What can I do to inherit the kingdom of God? And Jesus replied, reminded him about the law, the commandments.
Yes.
And the young man said, those ones I know. Do you follow them? Yes, I obey them. He said, oh, that's good then. Now go, sell all you have.
Yes.
Or go and sell what you have and give it to the poor. And the young man said, look, I will come back. In other words, he lost the kingdom of God. The young man lost the keys to the kingdom of God because of material. That false belief that we own anything on earth. But equally, and this was a very wise young man who knew the commandments and who was rich, and who also knew that there was the kingdom of God and it was worth joining. Now the second one and last is someone comes and tells you, I'm the son of God. Then you say, okay, give us signs, show us signs. And you see the signs coming, the storms, feeding multitudes, resurrecting the dead. But then you go ahead and address that person. Which kind of human being are we?
It's sad.
You see, if you say you are still resolving the issue of whether it's actually has come in the name of the Lord, because you yourselves have welcomed him in Jerusalem.
Yes.
And you are saying, Hosanna, the one blessed is who has come in the name of the Lord. But when you are done, you are now sure he's the son of God. You can address him because you want to share clothing, you want to. Which kind of human beings? What do we learn from that? Yeah. Because we now don't remember any name of those who did that.
Yes, completely. Wow. Interesting perspective. Thank you very much, Mr. Charles from Mushana.
And it relates to your topic.
Yeah. Today's conversation.
How would you begin an addressing a human being, a man, fellow man, and you address and you to enjoy clothing?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but it happened then, and interestingly today it's still happening. But allow me move to the Secretary General. NEED Party, National Economic Empowerment Dialogue, Mr. Odaka Asuman, and I would like to welcome you to the show today. Also, please, there was good news that happened today at the party. Please feel free to share, the launch that took place today in Zambia.
Well, thank you very much. First of all, I want to thank you for hosting us always, giving us opportunity to say what we think about this country and our opinion. I want to thank my senior brother, Charles Romushana. I will not retire saying, who I've known for a long time. Some of these things we do were either inspired by him, me, or told to do somehow. Sometimes he leaves you do it and say, okay, you're doing something good. Also to my brother, who I have a meeting for the first time. Yeah. Today, we officially...
When you look at him deeply, he appears to be understanding NRM.
Well...
Does he play? Anyway, I will be hearing from him in a short while.
Face properly. Yes. He appears to have understood it, but at least by 1%.
We'll be hearing.
Just let me talk about NEED. Okay, today.
We're still talking about the party.
Today we launched. We launched the party, National Economic Empowerment Dialogue. Around 3rd of October 2022, that's when we wrote to the Electoral Commission. NEED is not entirely a new party. We inherited the party that was there. It was not very active, called the People's United Movement. They held a national conference, and a number of things were changed, including leadership, name, logo, and so on.
Yes.
And that conference was on the 3rd of October 2022. After that conference, we wrote to the Electoral Commission to that effect, to effect the decision of the National Delegates Conference. Unfortunately, to their own understanding, they held to that decision or that request by up to last month on 26th. That is when they decided to do that. We honestly think it was extremely unfair, but it gives us also lessons on how institutions that are given power to do certain things in this country operate. Because simply, it was not a new registration, it was simply effecting a decision of the National Delegates Conference, because Electoral Commission under the Political Parties and Organizations Act has only the mandate to gazette the decision of the National Delegates Conference of the party.
Yes.
But they took over close to 3 years or so before they finally did this. They gave it to us last month on 26th, close to when all other parties are into activities. And at that, before you are gazetted, there are many things you cannot do with liberty as a party.
You can't officially come out.
So we think that, first of all, I want to thank the membership of NEED. I am happy that Charles honored our invitation, and a number of you And you saw that need that we've been talking about is not a Kampala party. Need is not, it's not, there's somebody who used to say there's a party in this town that looks like traffic lights. It is all around Kampala. We are not. And at least the evidence was there.
Yes.
And is there. So for us, today we only launched the party. We are going to begin activities. And the next thing we are writing to the Electoral Commission is to grant us, because we are going to have, we have at least one person who has expressed interest to stand for presidency. So if another one comes, we shall do the needful. If another one doesn't, if he doesn't come, or he or she doesn't come, and we have only that one, we are writing to the Electoral Commission to allow us consultation, because which is allowed under the law.
Yes.
So that we go out there, we continue with doing whatever in our structures, which we are built to continue to do, but also prepare for election, especially the candidates. We also, we have called upon people who have, Charles just said, my brother, he understands NRM. I want him, I would do, if that was sarcastic, the Charles, I know, then I would say, come to need, there is some space with the genuine people, genuine process, honesty process, and fair treatment is assured there at all levels. So that is what we did today. And as of this evening, members finished the launch and they are going back to their respective districts across the country.
Congratulations about that, and we're happy. We're happy that that happened. I know that that means you can then be you're giving out identity cards and all for people.
No, party cards. Yes, we launched today. By tomorrow, like we've told our membership across the country, they should come at the party headquarters, at the party offices. Parties cards are already there. Actually, by this evening, cards had been delivered and they are there. We have 3 categories of our card, membership card. Category number 1, we call it the ordinary.
Us.
Not us. You are something else. And that one is 5,000. Then the other one is the sustaining membership. That one is 50,000.
Yes.
And the one of you is called the life, the premium class, which is you. It is just 1 million shillings. Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much. With the theme Sente Muchi in your pocket. That is the theme.
In the Ateso, where some of us come from, we say Esirigini Wosao. Here we say Sente Munsao. And in the language you like, say money in the pocket.
Wonderful. Yes. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Odaka Suman. That was elaborate about what happened to the, at the Need Party. Now, making his maiden appearance on the show is Council Tugume Ronald. Also, you have that honorable title given to him. He will let us know, you know, a bit on that. But also is from the NRM party, and would like to hear from you. Welcome to the show. We are happy to have you, and please go ahead.
Thank you so much. I don't know if they also call you Eki here.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so thank you so much, Eki. I want to thank the management and the staff of Spirit TV for all they do to deliver this program and give it to the population to have an opportunity to discuss politics in this country. So I thank you so much, management and staff of Spirit TV, also for the opportunity that you've given me to be on your airwaves today, to give my humble opinion about the topic that is slated for discussion.
Yes.
I want to thank my co-discussants, Romushana in character always, never disappoints. He has already sent some Arsenal my way. My brother, who I didn't get the name properly.
Asman Odaka.
Asman Odaka. For me as a Ugandan, I would say Aminango. What does that mean?
I love you.
Yes. What did you translate for?
Yes.
Yeah, I love all Ugandans, and congratulations. It's the first time I'm hearing about National Economic Empowerment Dialogue. When I had the title, I tried to make sense of it. National Economic Empowerment Dialogue. So I think it's a party which wants to have a dialogue about economic empowerment. So I don't know whether it by the name it qualifies to be a party. Maybe it would be an
You think it should be
maybe it should be an NGO or a government forum or something like that. But anyway, in Uganda now, everybody is making a political party. Yeah, and I am wondering. Anyway, that will be a discussion.
No, finish. Cancel, finish.
Conversation for another time. So our dear viewers, I also want to
South Africa,
take this opportunity
to
to thank you.
Yes.
I want to thank our viewers for tuning in.
Yes.
And I wish you a very good program tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much. On that, actually, if you've seen posters, you know, in the areas of Machinje, it has Honorable Tugume Ronald Apuri.
Yes, yes, that happens to be me.
Yes.
I have just come out of an election,
Yes.
to be specific, and the NRM primaries for the position of Member of Parliament for Machinje West. It was good until the evening of the results, where we got to the true reality of where we have reached as a country in terms of competitive politics.
Yeah.
Yes, it has.
And how did that go for you?
I was declared the second. I was the runner-up. We were competing. We were 4 candidates. I came second. That is a position I'm going to hold until maybe next week, and I believe I will overturn that result by the end of next week. Yes.
So you are part of the 100 people who are petitioning.
Yeah.
Over 100 actually.
Yeah, I'm one of the. Just know I'm one of the people who has put in my petition to our committee of lawyers that is formed the tribunal to try and resolve our contestations.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And that leads us into our conversation this evening. So looking at the NRM party primaries, we had actually had 72,000 polling stations all over the country, and 519 constituencies. That is for directly elected and woman MPs. I think tomorrow we shall have the special interest groups and also LC, chairman elections. We'll have that, plus many others within that. But it's been a feisty affair. Looking at some of the things that happened, I would like to first hear from our colleagues before I get to, Council Rona. No.
Yes.
You watched. He'll let us know. Okay.
Let us first hear what you people think.
We should have heard what you feel, what you felt.
Then I will speak authoritatively.
Yes, I'll start with Mr. Sumano Daka. Yeah, your thoughts on what happened in the party primaries? Any surprises? What really, what do you make of what took place last Thursday in NRM primaries, party primaries?
Well, I don't know whether you want me to call anything surprising. Number one, there can't be surprise about NRM.
Okay.
In a manner of how they handle competition. This gentleman here, Charles Romushana, keeps telling us that, which is the truth, keeps reminding us that NRM is an offshoot of NRA. And you must know that NRA, it's philosophically built or constructed around violence. The founder of NRA is called Yoweri Museveni, whose thesis is based on Frank Fanom's theory.
Okay.
People keep, you see, you track it backward. From NRM, NRA, the General Museveni, and General Museveni to his thesis and his belief under violence.
Right.
And that forms the basis on how they structure or how they view any contestation or competition. That is one. Number two, it is a party. I don't know whether people in NRM think that they are in, by name, whether they are in a party.
Okay.
Because you see that there is no party under in the registration book of Electoral Commission called NRM. It is not there.
In the Electoral Commission?
It is not there. It
so
is
what's
NRMO.
So what is the O standing for? Organization?
It is called, yes, that's what I'm telling you. But you see, for anybody who is in this political market, will not know that. Now, the reason for which they do not want the O to feature is a matter of deception. Okay. If you want to do interrogation, you must find out if the party under the Electoral Commission register is called National Resistance Movement Organization. Why is it that even Electoral Commission allows NRM, an organization not registered with them, to nominate candidates? Okay, it is a kind of now those are now can then graduate into legal arguments. But you see, it is a matter of deception. Three, you see, when you look at the way NRM conducts, or the way NRM has branded itself in the eyes of all, if both we who detest it and my brother here who want to associate with it, is real on one thing, that this is a meal card. It is a meal card. It is the only way that when I go there, it is an eating table.
All right.
And a view that I have held again, similar to my brother here, is that those who go there, by the way, if you spoke to nearly over 50% of those who are contesting in that party, don't contest because they think that organization has an ideology or a philosophy they believe in. They either think by going there, it is going to reach for them or help them, or because they want to catch somebody's eye. That's why the issue of rebel MP eventually emerges. Because somebody goes there, maybe he is in that thing but doesn't believe in it. So, and the moment of reality comes and he's rejecting some, because you do not be in a party under multi-party dispensation. You don't associate with what you don't believe in. Then you reach there, you realize that everything that is being tabled is contradictory to your own personal belief or political belief, and therefore you have to stand against it. But you're standing against a position of a political party that sponsored you. Ideally, you are supposed to have resigned, but you see, that is how it is.
So it is a place where you're saying that people, you go to the NRM, but they don't have a heart to serve the people.
Yes,
it's just to
that's three. Number four, NRM still suffers from gross aftermath of individual merit.
Okay. In what sense?
You see, under the NRM, when these Charles were here running around with multi-party, talking about transiting from single party to multi-partyism, you know that Museveni or General Museveni's issue of with it was not that please, we are a country now, we need to, it is a good thing to go to multiparty. We said, let us leave them go. But you see, under the movement system,
yes,
is that it should only be this party. There should not be competition. That's why, you see, for my brother Mugume is here, for this little position, they can compete. That's why the other position.
Yes, the top position.
I am telling you, Eki, you don't even have, I am not sure whether you even have a NRM party card. But if you declare today that you want that position, you will go, you may, things might not be the same for you again. Now, that is how the entire thing percolates downward, the feeling. So in other words, the mentality of the captain,
yes,
eventually determines how players behave in the pitch. And that is how, so the issue of bribery, the issue of rigging, the issue of those things. Council here will tell us why he's saying,
what he is
why he said that it hit his face to where the country has reached.
Okay.
That's not a statement ordinarily that would come from anybody who believes in NRM. But you see, the council says the NRM has really brought the country there. Some people keep saying that the country has gone to the dogs, but I keep telling them, no, this country doesn't have legs. It is the dogs with the legs. It should have been that the dogs that came to this country. That is how terrible it is.
Thank you very much, Mr. Odaka Asuman. I would like to hear from somebody who analyzes and looks at, politics within this country and has been a part of, some of the foundations that we are having today. Mr. Charles Romushana, any surprises, any highs, any lows from what took place last week from the party primaries? Any celebrations on your part?
So they say there is massive criminality in the NRA political wing. That's Mr. Museveni. And he used his other functions in state management to arrest them. By the time he did that, certainly, of course, he had been convinced there was massive criminality. So that's no longer an issue for debate. We have evidence. We have a whistleblower in the NRA that what was there is massive criminality. It's a den of criminals. That's him. That the people they employed in their secretariat, in managing.
That he presides over.
It is him. Because ordinarily, if it was massive rigging, he shouldn't be the whistleblower. It should have been the findings of the tribunal.
The candidates and all.
We should have known from the findings of the tribunal. Like the way you're saying, yes, I was there and I was rigged. I have petitioned the tribunal. Now it is from the analysis of the tribunal that we would know there was massive rigging. But the first alarm is from the one who employs the criminals. Because these criminals are not elected by a delegates conference.
No.
They are employees, they are his employees, and paid for by state funds. So now what we are debating is that criminality. I suppose. So I wanted to look to understand it. We have the National Resistance Army Historic Mission. I have raised this for more than a decade, for more than almost 15 years. And it's recent that Mr. Museveni came up with something similar to Historic Mission. But what he initially gave Ugandans is a 10-point program. Now, a program is what he intended to do on seizing the state. He had seen the state within easy reach, and therefore came up with a program. It is not the program that took them to the bush. That's not what, it wasn't the blueprint that was discussed, or what was discussed in Matthew Chikire's house. And when I was having a conversation with the NEED party, I told them that the National Resistance Army formed the NRM. So it's not the NRM that formed the army. If you had a democratic organization forming the state, then you would have a democratic state.
Yes.
But you have bandits, you have, the Obote used to call them bandits, you have guerrillas forming an organization. That organization cannot be democratic. And the reason is, once the guerrillas seize the state, democracy risks its loss.
All right.
Yeah, you don't fight for 5 years, a decade. Others now have taken 20 years in the bush, and you eventually, like the way you see these Houthis, you've captured the state, you are in control of the state, and then you risk it. That the people are sovereign, they can now take the state and give it to another entity, including an entity that is anti-you, like the way you see in Iran, that the Shahs. Oh, okay. Let's use the example here of Mr. Kagame. That Kagame now conducts elections, and the remnants of Habyarimana win.
You can't see that.
You don't do that. Guerrillas don't do that. The other example is Eritrea. The guerrillas fought alongside Ethiopia. Then they got independence and now have the Eritrean state. And then you say that they organize elections, because then you run a risk
of losing
of the state, like the way you are seeing it in South Africa, because the ANC is trying democracy, and there is that risk of DA taking the state again.
So whoever organizes elections organizes for they themselves to win, or gives opportunity.
That's what I wanted you to understand, to get that background of what the NRA is and how it is impossible, extremely very difficult for them to organize a system that is free and fair, of elections that are free and fair, where the population is sovereign to hand over power to any other entity. You get? Right. I saw that with the Rawlings. Rawlings was different. He staged the coup and lost power. And I saw him during his last days in life lamenting how those who came in later harassed his family, and he was extremely very, very bitter person. So the states that have come out of guerrilla warfare, they don't. They manage their systems. Now, so that's NRA. NRA, when you are a guerrilla, you build on a number of pillars as an insurgent to take power. One of them is mass education, mass mobilization, and mass organization. I'm not going to go into the other pillars. Of course, the armed wing, etc. The NRA formed the National Resistance Council, and in that National Resistance Council, you have the Abem Choir, Katenta Pura, I think, Chigongo, and others. That's why you see you cannot have elections around Chigongo. But it has since shed off. So the objective then was to seize the state.
Yes.
Now that they have a state, their immediate threat is an insurgency. Is the population producing an insurgency against them? That is the threat.
Population are turning against
them. And therefore, Mr. Museveni has given his speech and talked about 4 pillars the 4 pillars on which he constructs the counter-insurgency strategy. 1, a strong state. That's a strong army, which is now under Moses Kainerugaba, and he has already told you 80%. You saw what Jat did in Kawempe. You see what the army is doing with Rwashande. Just to remove such coup, just to make such coup. You are abducting Tinka Simre. As they were erecting, his mother is dead. Others, they were in lines rigging him as he was arranging to bury his mother. So the strong army. Now the army is not to protect the sovereignty of Uganda. No. The second is a counter-insurgency. It is to ensure the population does not produce an insurgency.
Yes.
Which is ordinarily a function of internal affairs. Even if there was a rebellion, it should be a function of internal affairs, police, etc. The second pillar is intelligence, strong intelligence. This instead intelligence is not to curtail the intelligence of foreign forces, foreign states from spying on Uganda. No, it is to ensure that you do not organize and build consciousness to contest power from Mr. Museveni.
Right.
That's the second one. The third one is Pan-Africanism. I'm talking about what he himself gave.
4 years.
And Pan-Africanism relates to foreign policy. That's why he tells you what he sees in foreign policy that he's allowed to go to Congo.
That is foreign policy.
No, for him, all policy, all about foreign policy is not about economy.
Negotiating.
It is about, can I be able to go to Congo and smash? That's the example he gave. So we are there because Tshisekedi has allowed. Initially, Kabila hadn't allowed, but now we are allowed to go there and we have advanced to this level. But the most critical one is the fourth one, which is maximum political cohesion possible, which he gave when he was bringing in Mao, etc. So, when he is mobilizing elements to go to parliament, what you call LC5, etc.,
yes,
he is looking at strategic security.
The 4, yes.
No, he's looking, he is strategic security,
like
everything.
Like you mentioned before.
Yes, everything is for strategic security. These are his words. I'm just simply re-emphasizing what he's told you before that you understand him. So, the end is not democracy. Actually, why they went in lines is that he's trying to maximize political cohesion. That yes, you've lost, but you see, you've lost fairly.
Yes.
Why saying this? So that I leave you,
yes,
have space for your guest.
Yes.
If you are talking about democracy, which is a period on a free, fair
election,
and free, fair, peaceful, credible election, it is a period on a separate ballot. That
is free and fair.
For election, under our constitution, I'm talking about our constitution.
Okay, under our constitution, yes.
Yes, for an election to be peaceful, to be free, and to be fair, that decision you make
is a secret ballot.
It's supposed to be a secret. But for him, he's not looking at a free and fair election. He's looking at maximizing cohesion. That yes, once you've lost, don't dissent. Because you've seen. So his is not, because if it was to be democracy, then the primaries should have been done in a separate ballot. It should have been so that it is free and fair. By free and fair, they don't mean the outcomes to those who have stood. They mean that the one who is going to decide should not be influenced by the mob, by public opinion, by any forces. It should be a free and conscious thought. That I am going to vote so and so, and this is my reason. I am not going to vote my husband. So I don't need society shouldn't look at me and say, but why haven't you voted against your husband? Yes. The risk to my marriage, etc. That's why we thought of a free, of a separate ballot. Now, you can't go in lines and you say, the way they did, those mobs you see. You can't go in those lines and you think you are now having
a free and fair
and you showed it somewhere that some people have not come because they ate money. Others were being shot at, etc. So, then the one who even did it doesn't value it.
All right.
I listened to the registrar because I have checked with intelligence.
Yes.
My contacts there in intelligence. Up to now, they don't have the results of
some of the
of this minister, Usoga, Namuganga. By yesterday, they didn't have.
Even Igeme Nabete was asking. Yes.
Namuganga.
Yes. Just
because he said, if you say
right.
that she lost by what? If you say she won, whoever won by what? Because you should be having decisive results. They don't have.
Right.
They are only saying, okay, she's contesting one sub-county, even if the other sub-county gave her. You see, the moment you begin reaching that, then you know you are dealing with a very serious system. But the registrars, I saw that registrar. That cannot be a registrar to manage a district. Yeah, if you saw, if you listen to that registrar,
yes,
and you think then finally in a second,
yes,
even if you ask him,
yes, Council Tugume, yes,
he tells you a committee of lawyers called the tribunal.
29 are they?
You see, a tribunal is not supposed to be called the committee of lawyers. It's supposed to be tribunal. The law should be a qualification.
One of the qualifications.
Yeah, at least. But you see, you don't emphasize lawyers. You should emphasize the integrity of that content. But anyway, that's for a different. You ask him whether he has guidelines or regulations governing the elections. A booklet. Like a booklet was given to them, the candidates, with the guidelines on how to conduct elections. Because these ones must also include sanctions. That if you do this, like they all have the sanctions for parliamentary elections. If you bribe, the election is annulled.
Yes.
In other words, so if you have got a committee which is going to listen, how do you tabulate results? How do you, what are the sanctions if you do this? So that if you do violence, what is the punishment? Under what conditions is a candidate disqualified? Under what conditions is an election stopped? So if you have it, I mean, do they have it? Did they go through an induction?
Right.
Well, now they are going to conduct themselves.
Yes.
So you therefore had an electoral commission, so-called electoral commission, and it was hanging there. And with no guidelines, with no instruments. That's why now it has ended up with CID.
Right. All right, Council Tugume, you have heard what has been said, and thank God you are an authority in this because you have gone through it. You know, he can authoritatively speak as a victim or someone, but you have the authority, your experience. I hear there is a message here saying whatever happened in the NRM party primaries, they got a test of their very own medicine. This is coming in from Aine. But there's so much. Your experience, plus, you know, some of the things you think that, you know, stuck out, and yeah, we'll need to look at the solutions a little later on.
Thank you so much, Eki. Now, the problem we have today in the studio is that we have our distinguished guests trying to describe what they don't subscribe to. So it's a big challenge. They are not members of the NRM.
Okay.
But they are discussing like they are members of the NRM.
Okay.
So I'll tackle them one by one.
All right.
For starters, I want to correct Mr. Adeke.
Odaka.
Odaka. The name of our party is the National Resistance Movement. If you want to add the O, that is your choice. But we are registered as the National Resistance Movement.
Okay, respect.
Please, when you are making your your statements, even when they were false, I didn't interject.
No, they are not.
I didn't interject. I want to be guided here.
All right.
Here
Okay.
when a person is discussing, is he?
Council is protected. You are protected.
Thank you very
Please
much.
feel free.
Because I could have interjected in their submissions, because they were saying so many things which I had something to say.
All right.
But I waited for my
Please
turn.
feel free.
And that's the problem we have, that for us in the NRA, in the NRM we have a problem that when we try, when we start talking, people don't want to hear. Then when they are talking, they say things which are not correct.
Okay. Put right. Let's protect us. Yes.
Let it be on record. He's a general secretary of a party which is 1 day old. Let him concentrate on that party. Let him leave NRM.
Okay.
Whether our name is NRM, NRMO, NRA, whatever the name is, let him, as a Secretary General, I think he should spend most of his energy building this new part of his, which was registered.
That's extreme arrogance.
I think I saw it was registered 7 days ago, something like that. Now, the second issue I want to put correct is about Mr. Romushana's analysis of NRA, forming NRM, all these stories they keep putting. What I want them to come to terms with, regardless of who started it, when it started, let them come to terms with the fact that we have a party called the NRM. And that settles it. But whenever people try to import, when you see people trying to import NRA, the army, Mr. Museveni, blah, 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 you know now those ones are not discussing the issues. They are now becoming people who are going to end up in issues of identity, of personalities. Let's discuss the party. We have a party now, it's called NRM, and it has been in power
for close to 40 years.
40 years. Then we now discuss the primaries, having put that at rest.
And I understand that, 40 years.
So now we have an issue of our democracy as a party. First of all, NRM stands on 4 pillars: patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy.
Okay.
And democracy is what we have just begun. We still have elections going on. This was like the 4th election.
Yes.
Because we began with the structures, not the youth, in the NRM.
Okay.
We began by voting NRM structural leaders. We voted special interest group leaders. We voted our flag bearers for LC1. And now we were voting. We went through also youth elections, first picked ours who were going to contest in the EC elections. And you have seen what NRM did. We swept the whole country. Our youth performed very well. So this is not the first election.
Yes.
This is in the list. Yes, it is an ongoing process of democracy within the NRM. Now what my brothers miss is that for them, they are looking at this election which we just had on Thursday, and they want to use it to speak, to make it look like that is the democracy in NRM. No. This particular primary which we went, and I participated in it.
Yes.
And like I have told you, I am still participating. And in any competition, unless they want to feign ignorance, in any competition, there will always be some people who will feel that it was unfair, or it was okay, or we redo it, or we cancel. In any competition,
Usually, whoever loses,
even if it
usually
is,
says it was unfair.
even if
no
it is,
winner comes
yes,
out to say it was unfair.
yeah, thank you. Even in a football game, you will come from a match and you will hear somebody say, these referees. That was an offside. There's always, in competition, that will be there.
Yes.
And not to expect it is just really being delusional. So for me, even when I went into this race, I knew things like that will come.
Okay.
I expected them. Now, what is disturbing is that in the competition, an issue which has bothered Mr. Romushana is that people became criminals.
Okay.
They propagated criminality.
All right.
And that issue has to be addressed. It is no longer now a party issue.
It is.
When you commit crime, it is not a party issue. It is a state issue.
Can we just put a pause right there? We're going to take a quick break, and then we will come back with Councillor Tugume Ronald, and we will have your questions and your thoughts already. They are coming through. I will be addressing them to the guests on the show. This is Spirit TV on The Truth, Lies and Politics. Stay tuned.
Truth, the lies, and politics. Informative, educative, and analytical. Getting to the real issues that affect an ordinary individual in areas of leadership, governance, social, and economy. The truth, the lies, and politics.